Yes, there we go.
Is it on? Is this thing on? Perfect.
Cool.
We're here.
We're here.
Good morning, Reagan. How are you?
You know, I think I'm doing all right this morning.
I'm delighted.
Really?
I'm kidding.
I'm really tired. But it's cool. Whatever. Good morning. How are you?
You know, I'm not okay. But I'm trying my best. Oh, you should introduce yourself. Who are you?
Great.
Who are
yes.
you?
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's still the morning. Good morning, everyone.
Adios.
My name is Reagan. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm the Transform Program Coordinator at Building Bridges.
It's real. Hey y'all, my name is Hamida, and I am the Outreach and Engagement Coordinator at Building Bridges. And we're doing this live today because this month is a lot of different National Blah Month, but we're going to be celebrating stress and hope awareness. So that's the theme. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Hi, Adia. Let me give her a wave. I don't know how to do that. Yes. Hey, Zoe, what's up? I wonder if this looks okay on the live, because it's like sideways, but yes, that's what we're here to talk about.
Hey,
Yeah.
to those watching us on, by the way, we are live on Facebook and Instagram.
Two screens.
Yeah, so we're looking at two screens, so if it doesn't look like we're looking at you, sorry. We're just trying to manage both of those. For those of you on Instagram, are we sideways? Or is
What's
it
it look
upright?
like?
Yeah.
Is it like horizontal, vertical? What's going on? Think about that. Give us a rundown.
And then another disclaimer.
Oh, she said yes. Zoe said yes.
I
Okay.
think we should
Yeah. Okay.
flip.
So we're sideways. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Flip. For everyone on Facebook and I guess Instagram, because y'all can still hear me, I promise we are not breaking social distancing. For
Oh, yeah,
those
we're
of you who
roommates.
don't know, yeah, we're roommates
And they're roommates.
and co-workers, so that just happened to work out for us. We're able to do these videos together. We're having some technical difficulties with Instagram. Sorry.
Hold on. It's just
Yeah,
gonna look weird
so
for a second.
that's been really nice, actually, being able to still have a friend and a coworker near me. It's great for when I have questions or need something and I don't have to try to schedule a phone call or a Zoom with Anita because she's right here.
Okay. Hey, that looks like it's working.
Yeah.
Yay, we just got to this chat now. This is so hard. This is like kind of a reflection of how my morning's
Do you
going
wanna
now.
use
I was really...
Here.
Oh yeah, you use that.
Sorry, Facebook.
Okay. This is so slick. This thing is slick. Okay. This thing beat. Okay, things better now, y'all. How you feeling?
For those of you on Facebook,
I'm so sorry.
bear with us. Sorry.
Why? Why is it not holding? Oh, okay. It's supposed to lean. Oh, I see. It's supposed to lean. I thought it was falling.
And yeah, it's supposed to lean back. And then also on Facebook, I won't be able to see if people
Okay, it's better.
comment, I don't think. It's also my first time using Facebook
I
Live
think
on
we
my
will.
phone because I don't have Facebook as an app.
Okay. You know, we're settled now. Everything is fine. It's just,
Okay.
we're going to be this close to each other because this phone is... Whatever. We're here. We made it. Okay, so stress and hope. I have questions to start us off. You know, I wrote 2 things down this morning. So, Reagan,
Yes.
are you stressed?
I'm always stressed.
I'm asking the real questions here. So what are you stressed about? What does your stress look like?
Well, for me, okay, so when I said that I'm always stressed, I mean it. For the last few years, I've always been a full-time student, and I work full-time, and I usually have more than one job. Even in this COVID-19 era, I still have more than one job that I'm reporting to. Yeah, and then on top of being a graduate student, it's a lot.
That is a lot. Grad school and Wow, so it sounds like you're doing too much. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's too much. So for me, actually staying busy is how I cope.
Okay.
When I find that I have a lot of free time, that's when I struggle a lot.
Mm.
So I like knowing that I have things to do, places to be, although not right now.
Okay, you can check the mail later. I haven't gotten the mail yet.
Yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna check the mail.
Yes,
Later.
Reagan do be doing the most, Zoe. We love that about her, but everyone has different ways of coping. Okay, so it sounds like you are a student. I think as long as I've known you, you've been in school and working multiple jobs.
Yeah, I always
Wow.
joke and say that I'm gonna be a forever student. One, because I refuse to pay these loans back.
Period.
Sorry, government. Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
And yeah, I just I like school. I feel like I'm good at being a student.
Mm-hmm.
I do it
I would
well.
You in there. You be in there.
Yeah.
Whew. That sounds like you have a lot going on. How does the Rona fit into the schedule?
Yeah.
How does that make things more stressful, different? What's going on?
Yeah, I feel...
Coronavirus, the Rona is like...
Yes, we call him COVID-19, the Rona. That's what we call it in this house.
Yes.
I feel like, well, one, as many people, especially those of you watching on Instagram, a lot of you are students, but now that classes are online, that is rough. Okay, so once again, I mentioned I'm in grad school, but on top of that, I'm in grad school to get a degree in clinical mental health counseling.
Oh, okay.
So having to do counseling classes through Zoom is a little rough.
Okay. I see.
It's, yeah, like I counseled a group a few weeks ago through Zoom, and it actually went okay, but it was definitely weird because I'm used to facilitating groups in person.
Yeah.
So then
Feeling the vibe.
having to stare at the little screens and the faces, to look out for body gesture or nonverbals and things like that. That was kind of hard.
That's real.
And then
Damn.
with work, I feel like we've made it work actually. This feels weird since I'm talking about building bridges while being on a Building Bridges live. But I feel like we've figured out for the most part how to make things work. And first and foremost, I care about our people's safety and health. So all of our decisions have been based on that. And everyone will get to hear more about what is in Building Bridges' future, or at least Transform's future, sometime this week.
Wow. I got a lot.
It is a lot, but once again, I how I cope is staying busy.
So things are going.
Yeah, the more things I have to do, the better I feel like my mental health is. I don't know. I'm doing fine right now.
Hey, thank you. That's real. That's real. Let's see. How is my stress? I am very stressed. Not okay. Today I woke up and I was like, I hate it here. But that's okay too. I think it's okay to be real about how you're really feeling. And I think that's part of I think I'm a pretty honest person. So today I woke up and I was like, wow, this is really not doing it for me. The sun is out, so I'm happy about that. But like Reagan, I am also a student, and Zoom, and I'm also counseling human services student, so it's really weird considering our majors are so much in-person connection feeling. But also I already know everyone in my class because I'm a senior now, and I see the same people. I'm like, I know you, but it's still weird. It's not the same, I don't think. And also, I think how schools handled it wasn't the best mental health equitable decision for everyone, so I wasn't super happy with that at all. But I'm coping. We both have Animal Crossing now, And it's so much fun. Reagan, talking to probably the one or two people who know Animal Crossing in this live so far, but we play this video game called Animal Crossing, and you get like a little village, and basically it's like just tasks. So Reagan's loving it because it's like an objective, like go collect 10 sticks to build this bridge. And you know, sometimes it's really comforting to be like, okay, I can accomplish this and pretend that we're not living in a garbage fire. Yeah. And I really like,
Although it's been raining in my town.
Yeah, I don't know why it's raining in her town, but my town is very sunny. It's chill.
I haven't done much since it's been raining.
It's okay. I have rocks for you in my town. Reagan destroyed all her rocks. I'm gonna show you her. Notice that means. But that's really, I'm really happy to have that escape to go do something, even though it's not physically going outside, and because we have the privilege to respect social distancing and quarantine rules right now. So that's a relief. Another thing stressing me out is Twitter. I don't know whoever has Twitter, but I love Twitter because I love being informed and I want to know what's happening. But sometimes I don't want to know everything that's going wrong every hour, every day. And oh my God, I'm to the point where like, what else could possibly go wrong? Which is not a good...
Everything.
And plot twist, everything is going wrong. Everything is going wrong. And I'm trying to... And I was thinking about how we're all experiencing like a trauma altogether, and seeing how people cope with that, like with meme culture, is really comforting, but also so sad. I'm just trying, yes, Zoe gets it. I'm trying my best to be positive, but I also don't want to be like overly positive either. And like, I feel there's like toxic positivity where it's like, everything is fine. Look how many great things are happening. I want to like face all the hard things going on and like head on, instead of being like, oh my God, it's like, I love the stories that the neighbors are bringing their like neighbors groceries or feeding the elderly in their community. That's awesome. But so many things are going bad right now. So I'm trying to kind of, which one do I focus on? And so that's like a daily struggle, you know?
Well, and I think it's okay to like recognize and note that things aren't going great.
They're not.
Like, honestly, as your friend and roommate, I'd be concerned if you were to like walk out of your room every day and be like, everything's great, everything's fine. But yeah, finding that balance is definitely hard. And I know for me, like, I tend to be very positive.
Sure.
But then I know also how I express and emote is, what do you call it? Like how I emote.
Did I call something?
Yes. I can't remember. But
like
basically,
like,
yeah.
Stone cold.
Like, yeah, I come off, as Hamida said, like stone cold, or like I'm really good. I hold a very neutral posture. Yes. Usually. But I do think I'm really positive, and I think that's kind of, I don't know, I feel like that has kind of been rough, because now it's like, I can't find the silver lining right now. Is it there still? Who knows?
If you squint.
Yeah.
It's just turning into like, everything is terrible. No, it's not, but that's real.
But, and there are good things happening.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely day by day. Yesterday we had a really good day. And once again, I'm really lucky to be roommates / coworkers / friends with my housemate over here. And so yesterday we had a really good day. We were just chilling. Bye, Adium. Thank you. We love you too. Zoe's still here, holding strong. I love it. But yeah, where's I going with my point? Yes, yesterday we had a really good day. We were playing Animal Crossing. I cooked a whole dinner. I sat down and I was like, I'm making food. And, you know, I talked to my friend. I collected, I caught some fish in Animal Crossing. It was a good day. And then today I was like, wow, this is not like yesterday. What's up with that? And that's okay. I think taking it day by day in times like this is the best move. Because I'm used to, like, my week being kind of, like...
Sorry, my mother called me.
Reagan's mom, shout out. But yeah, so that's how it's been going. I think just accepting that it's gonna be different every day, and cause I think I'm overall a positive person too, and I'm used to my mood being one way for a week, so it's really difficult being emotionally dysregulated this often. Can't be good for me.
That's real. Yeah, that sounds really tough.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I'm curious, you had mentioned about the different things you did yesterday that made it a good day, like talking to your friends and playing Animal Crossing. By the way, I promise we are not sponsoring Animal Crossing.
But if they wanna,
it's just,
I'm here, I'm ready if they want that.
You just like the game. But what are some other things that you do?
Oh, okay, so I call / FaceTime, whatever, video call my best friend Amanda, because hearing her updates about work make me feel better, because it's just nice to see, not that another person is suffering, but like someone else is like going through, like we're all going through the same thing, and hearing a different person's perspective, like how it looks like in their daily life and how it's so different than my daily life. It's just like refreshing to hear about someone else's problems, honestly, because I'm like, I don't want to think of my own anymore. So that's really helped. What else? I think, just having like regular things, trying to do the regular things I used to do, like study Sundays with my classmate Olivia. If Olivia's on here, she's on here, but if she gets on here, hey. Like doing something like that makes me feel like it's a good day, or it's a normal day. What about you? What makes you feel like it's a good day?
Okay. Yeah, I really enjoy talking with my I'll say my family, but I think the last few weeks I've really enjoyed talking with my mom and then my dad, oddly enough. So, like, for anyone who has ever met my dad, and like Hamida just said, I sometimes am like
Same vibes. In a good way, it's good.
So one thing I really appreciate from his calls are that, like, he'll randomly just call me and be like, what are you doing? Did you eat? Like, are you dressed? Okay, great. Have a great day. And then that's it. And I really appreciate those. And, like, they're good reminders. I'm a morning person, too. So, and as he is. And usually I've already done this stuff. But it's nice to know that, like, oh, I don't live with my dad. And he's still
asking you.
is making sure that I'm taking care of my basic bodily needs.
That's all we can do sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, did you put clothes on? Congratulations.
I feel like that's a win.
That's a win out here.
It can be hard to get up every day. I know last week I had a day where I just was not feeling it. I mean, I got up and got out because, once again, I liked being busy. But waking up, I was like, I don't really want to get out of bed. Like, it took me until almost 2 p.m. to brush my teeth.
And that's okay.
I mean, today, I know I said I feel all right today, going along with that all right. Like, I literally haven't eaten yet today, mostly because I just forgot. So I will do that after this live.
Girl, that's real. I think just sometimes that one thing, like for me, the one thing I could do is like, if I do my skincare routine, I'm gonna be alright. Like,
yeah.
If I exfoliate, if I do that, everything will be okay. And I did that today and I felt better. Okay, awesome. The other question I was gonna ask you was, hope. What does hope mean to you at a time like this? I'm asking the big questions today. I love asking her first, so that I can think about it.
What does hope look like?
Yeah, what does hope mean to you look like today?
Today. Ooh. Okay.
Or in the season of the coronavirus. In this season.
Okay. Can I talk about what, like, things that have made me hopeful and full of hope?
It's a wrong answer.
So, I'll start with, like, work things. With work, what has been giving me hope during this time is when I am able to check in with our alumni. And then, honestly, I guess just checking in with, like, our community and our people. That's really given me a lot of hope, and knowing that the young people we work with are excited to interact with our content and like our facilitators and each other, that really motivates me to like keep going with work.
That's real.
I also, yeah, and then I guess also like our partners. Shout out to SVL with DPS. Those are both acronyms. Shout out to Student Voice Leadership.
I was like, what's that mean?
Denver Public Schools.
What's that mean? Hey, Jenny.
Like, I like checking in with our partners and knowing that, like, hey, are you all right? Yeah. Or then they'll ask us, are we all right? Like, yeah, okay, great. How are we gonna still do this together? Because this is about doing it together, I feel like. I'm really grateful that I know professionally and personally that I'm not alone, and I think that gives me hope. Knowing that and like you said, that we're all experiencing this.
Yeah.
So that connects us in a way. Yeah. And then personally, honestly, what gives me hope personally is I feel like my personal and professional lives kind of... Oh, look, Katie's on here. Katie with SVL just gave you a shout out.
Hey. It's all staged, folks.
But yeah, I feel like my personal and professional life, like, hopes kind of connect. Because I really do put my whole self into my work. And I love it that way because I care about it. And I feel like it's worth it. So... that keeps me going.
That's good. It sounds like you're really hopeful today. That's what we need to hear.
I think so. Or at least it's nice to have those reminders.
Yeah, like, sounds like you have things that remind you that hope is happening.
Yeah.
Hope is, it's to really be out here. I think that's the one thing I can depend on when things are rough. I was like, well, I hope it's going to get better. And I hope I never lose that feeling of, like, being hopeful. It's like an automatic response. Like, well, we'll see what's going to happen. Like, I just hope this happens, and I hope this happens. I guess it's for the audience. Think about that. What gives y'all hope? Feel free to comment that. I want to hear what y'all think, too, as I'm thinking about my question. Let's see. What gives me hope? Or, like, hope during COVID-19. Okay. I think, similar to you, but the work I do gives me a lot of hope. Like, I love speaking to the alumni, participants, and just our mission, because I think our work just gets more and more relevant after every, like, major event in the world. Like, this is why we're here. This is why we're here. That's what I was doing all week. This is why we're here. And it's only Tuesday. It doesn't feel like it. I feel like, I feel like it's a Thursday. You know what I mean? Who gets that? Emotionally, I'm at a Thursday. Oh, Zoe said building bridges gives me hope. Me too. And I think what gives me hope right now is amazing people in my life. You too, Reagan. I'm just kidding. I'm asking.
Okay.
No, you give me hope. Our awesome coworkers give me hope. Just seeing people being resilient during this time, and because I think our community has been resilient, and we just have to show it again. Sometimes that can be really tiring, but at this time it was like, all right, we have no choice. Let's do this. And that's how I feel today. There's definitely a couple times where I'm like, not that hopeful, but okay, Liz. But today I feel pretty hopeful in those sense. Like there's people I believe in. There's systems I don't believe in, but there's people that I believe in that are on, I think, the right side in my mind, or the side of the greater good and the people. Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Do you want to talk about systems? Or save that for another?
Oh, we got 30 minutes.
Live.
Well, is it really weird just if you don't talk about systems in place? We're talking about hard things. And that stresses me out too. I don't know if you've seen, but watching news and being involved anywhere politically, I think it's almost impossible to avoid systems, because systems are embedded in everything. And every day I'm like, no, this can be connected to a greater system. Surprise, it is! It always is! And I've been seeing that with just the rhetoric of, like, COVID and how it's, like, riddled with, like, racism and freaking poor people and and oh my gosh, I think it just showed the cracks that were already there, that people were like, yeah, this has been bad. And people are like, I can't believe this. And everyone else is like, at least me personally, like, what are you talking about? Like, we see this all the time. Because I think, from my own experience, it's, I can't avoid it. Like, as a Black, poor woman, immigrant person, like, I just like, oh, you mean the leak that has been there? We've been almost, like, drowning in this boat. Like, so I think it's definitely privileged for people who are thinking this is like oh my god, I can't believe things are getting this bad, or I can't believe this would happen and this, and people in my community are like, we can believe it. I can believe it. Yeah. And I want to see, like, what systems have you seen, like, in work, I guess, against hope and against, like, what has pushed against your hope system-wise? Yeah.
I mean, I guess I've been really disappointed with everything. Honestly, I feel like you said, it's... Okay, can I talk about what has given me a bit of hope first?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your way?
So something that's given me a bit of hope is knowing that now that almost everyone, I hope everyone, or more people are able to see the cracks in the system.
Yeah.
I'm very hopeful that this is a great time to rebuild. Some systems I don't want to rebuild. They need to stay broken.
Some can go.
But, like, it's a time where I'm really hopeful that we'll be able to reevaluate and be like, okay, like, we obviously have a class issue in the United States. Like, what are we going to do about it? Let's work to fix this. It's already, like, destroyed.
Yeah.
This is our time to redistribute wealth and, like, fix it.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. I won't go that route. I'm hopeful.
Hey, whatever you gotta do. It's hard. Facts! Amanda's here. I love it here.
Yeah. Pause real quick for those of you who are watching us on either Instagram or Facebook. We're going live on both at the same time.
Yeah.
So there's different people watching each. So if you hear us shout out someone and you're like, hey, they're not watching this, we're just looking at two different phones with different people watching us.
Exactly. Exactly. And again, we said in the beginning, we are in fact roommates. We're not breaking social distancing because...
Although technically we're supposed to be 6 feet apart still.
Well, if it gets us, it gets us, I guess.
We're doing our best.
We're doing our best. So we've been sharing germs in this house actively, so don't worry about it. And we just roommates, friends, and coworkers. So we in here. And yes, okay, back to the question. I asked you, Reagan just answered the question. How, like, where do you see hope in the systems? Or, like, how is the system broken and where do you see hope?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we could, yes. Zoe, yeah. I will say that out. But I genuinely, every day, I feel like I trip on a crack because of this body we live in, because of the way my melanin is set up and the systems that are put in place for us, and seeing, like, I think for the corona, the example I'll use is it's starting with, like, I think for Black folks it was like, we're immune, and how quickly tables have turned. My head is still spinning, and now it's like Black people are dying disproportionately because we've never had access to those. Like, we've been dying disproportionately, and hearing the rhetoric of, well, you know, it's because diabetes. Why do you think we have high diabetes rates? Like, they're all connected to white supremacy and racism, and that's like been so obvious to us, but now I think folks are forced to say it. Like, they're like, this is a problem. We kind of, like, this is it. People are dying because of this. And racism genuinely kills people all the time, and that's made me really nervous seeing just how, like, quickly it's been to, like anti-Asian, anti-Chinese people rhetoric to, like, now it's, like, anti-Black all of a sudden. Like, well, not all of a sudden, things have been anti-Black.
It's always anti-Black.
Newsflash, we've been in this trash fire for a while. And so that's been really, really hard, and seeing it all connected, and, like, from my perspective, and seeing other people's takes on it. Like, sometimes I'm like, yes, people are in there, and other times I'm like, no. This has been an issue. This is not new. Like, none of this is new. It's just showing up in a way where I think everyone has to open their eyes now and see, like, look, like, we're in a pandemic. You have time. You have brain space to think about this now if you didn't.
Yeah.
I would love it if white people would stop rediscovering racism because it's been a thing.
Or learning about it.
Like, the privilege of learning about racism as an adult, what I would give. But, yeah, so just seeing that has been hard. But the thing that has made me hopeful is knowing that, like, my community will always have, I think, my back and, like, feeling, I think it just, like, fuels my social justice fire, which is not even fire, this is like a whole, it's bigger than a fire now. I'm consumed by fury every day, and that's keeping me going. And, oh yes, Amanda says, wild how things always end up anti-black, isn't it? Isn't that wild? And so that's really fueling my passion to do better, and, like, how important our work is, and how, like, all these issues, this is, like, what we do is not extracurricular. This is a core subject that we should be talking about. Like, this should be in schools and hospitals. Like, if we talk about these issues from the very beginning, people won't have to, like, die. And I feel like the fact that that's even something we have to talk about. Like, hey, people are dying. Can we talk about this now? Yeah. Is very sad to me, but it gives me hope that I know there's people in the systems are trying to talk about it, and now I think it gives us more of a spotlight, like, here, like, you can't ignore this, here's what's happening, let's do better. And all the amazing, like, POC and Indigenous people out there, like, really fighting, and I don't know, just showing resilience, like we always have to, unfortunately, is making me hopeful. So that's how I'm gonna tie it back in. Yeah, I'm tired.
It's tiring. I mean,
every day.
Every day. Even though I've been reflecting on, like, even though I'm really grateful that I'm inside safe.
Yeah.
I have food in my refrigerator for the most part.
You don't have eggs.
But
it's okay. It's okay.
We're running low, but I'm like, I don't want to go to the store right now. But if we wanted to, we could.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah.
And that's a privilege.
Yeah.
And even though it feels like we're sitting here doing nothing, like, it's still tiring.
Mm-hmm. It's the emotional toll of this.
Yeah, which is why I think it's really important to make sure that we're checking in, like, with ourselves and our feelings. Wouldn't be building bridges if you didn't talk about feelings.
Exactly.
But, like, checking in with your feelings and your mental health, emotional health, physical health, making sure to get some sort of fresh air if you can. I know for me, something that's been really helpful to lower my stress is so every Saturday morning I've been doing virtual yoga with some people I met through the Chinook Funds Giving Project. So that's been really cool. And then it's, like, accessible yoga too, so I've been able to invite different people because you can do it sitting or you can do it up and active. We haven't gone on our bike rides together yet.
Today.
We can. Nice. But, like, making sure that there's things that I can do outside, like walking to get the mail or just standing outside for a little bit.
Yeah, just feeling the sun on your skin.
That's been really helpful. For those of you who do like journaling, I've heard that journaling helps. I personally do not like writing. It just feels like an unwanted task for me. So
like homework.
Yeah. Like a task that I get nothing out of personally. But if you like journaling, go ahead, journal. Let me see. Our team, we did this like self-care bingo last week.
Oh yeah,
that
was
I think
cute.
was really cute. We'll post it on. Oh, we can post it on our Instagram and Building Bridges, or this is Building Bridges, Insta and Facebook stories for those of you who are interested in doing some self-care bingo.
Exactly. Self-care is such an important conversation to have. All of this, it's also so hard.
Well, and the thing with self-care is, like, we always say, oh, it's important, but then, I don't know about you, but I've never been taught how to do self-care.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
It's always just been like, oh, this is important to do, so go ahead and do it. And it's like, do what? Like,
definitely.
What am I doing?
And I think there's a lot of conflicting messages when it comes to self-care. We can just take how, like, we're both counseling human services, like, schools, right? And how it's so hard to think, I have a paper due at midnight, and also, this is a pandemic, why is the paper due? And I think it's just, like, conflict messages, like, please take care of yourself. But I think I'm just now learning that as an adult how to do that, and I struggle with it all the time. Today, after this, I'm going to take a personal day after this, but it's really hard, because I think I grew up in a culture of, like, work. Like, if I'm not working, I just feel anxious when I'm doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what am I doing? And, like, resting is really, it's definitely something you have to learn how to do. And I'm now thinking about what self-care looks like for people who don't have what we have right now, like, who can't stay at home, who, like, you know, maybe they can't get their groceries right now, like, maybe they don't have access to a car to get groceries or something. Like, I think it's really, like, there's times where I feel like self-care, in my mind, when I first heard about it, seemed very, like, I don't know, almost, like, exclusive, and, like, okay, you can only do self-care if your basic needs are met. Like, like, the basic, if I start thinking about, like, how do I rest my spirit, I'm like, can I eat? Are the lights on? Is there internet? That's definitely really hard. I think definitely there's a stage in my life where that wasn't an option. So now that it is, it feels really weird to switch side. Like, okay, I can just rest now. But, like, for me personally, I don't know about you, but I have, like, this guilty feeling when I do self-care. So, like, how do you push past that?
No, I absolutely do. Remember, like I mentioned before, I feel like, to handle my stress, I feel less stressed when I'm super busy. Yeah. So that is how I cope. I'm like, do things, get things done, because things have to get done. I think sometimes I enjoy it. Like, I think I enjoy, like, the control of it. Yeah. But
distracting your brain with the task.
Yeah. But I already forgot what your original question was.
How do you push past, if you feel like that guilt when you do take care of yourself, how do you push past that?
Well, one, I try to set some boundaries down for myself and others around me. So, like, if I'm taking a personal day or, like, a day to just rest and do nothing, even though I know, like, I'm not going to just do nothing, but I choose to do things that are low stakes for my emotional and mental health. So, like, if that means, hey, I'm gonna just let my phone die because I don't want to sit on my phone all day, then I'll just let it die. Or I lose my phone in the house so many times. It's nuts.
I feel that.
I don't know. I feel like there will always be a part of me that will be guilty, though. Because for me, like, time, I have if anyone who knows me personally, you have probably heard my whole spiel about time. But, like, for me, like, time is, I see it as something to be spent and used. And if that means that I'm late for something, but I get something else done, then that is important to me. So, yes, I'm late to most things. But it's not because I'm, like, running late. It's just if I wake up, I'm like, oh, I can do this, this, and this, so I'm going to do that. And if that means I'm 10 minutes late to something else, as long as it's not affecting anyone else, and, like, negatively, then I'll take that risk.
Life's a risk.
But yeah, I feel like I'll always have a part of me that feels guilty of, like, wasting time.
Yeah. Yeah, just that phrase. It's hard.
Yeah, but I also, like, really, and if you disagree, let me know, because I know there's a lot of people that disagree with this, but I truly do believe in, like, that airplane rule, that when the plane loses, like the oxygen levels are going down,
Mm-hmm.
that it's important to put your mask on first
Exactly.
before you can help others.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have kids, so who knows, maybe that'll change in the future when I have people who depend on me in that way. But I do think that if I'm not doing at least okay, then I won't be able to help others,
Mm-hmm.
which is what I ultimately care about. So
Exactly.
that's what I push myself to make sure that I take care of myself so that I can take care of others.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so hard. Going to the airplane thing, I think definitely growing up, at least in my culture, it was very much so like take care of others. And so like I think I only learned how to do that. And now in my 20s, I was like, wait, there's someone right here I need to take care of. How did I do this?
Yeah.
And it's so important, like what you said about boundaries really resonated with me because I think especially also growing up and in my culture, boundaries was not something really, like if someone called, I was going to that. I was like, okay, you need something? Cool, I have to push myself aside and go help you with this. But now that's not the case for me right now, because I don't live at home right now either, but it's, like, I can actually, like, think about, okay, what does Hamida need today? And I think thinking like that is beneficial for the long run and beneficial for, and, like, youth, adults, like, I think adults are still learning this, and it's really valuable that we're teaching youth that, too, of, like, go take care of your needs. Like, that's not a sentence I heard before in building bridges, like, huh, my needs? I have needs? And I think it's really important to, like, water myself. So I've been, like, boundaries were really, really hard initially to learn. So I was like, oh, no, this person's mad at me, or, oh, no, like, I don't want to disappoint them. But now I'm like, nope, I can't do this right now. Like, I've tapped out. I am a flimsy shovel. Animal Crossing reference. And I need to take a break. Like, I am not a machine that can keep going. Like, I'm a person, and learning, like, putting up walls, or like, or texting my friends like, hey, I'm not gonna talk to you for a couple days. I'm doing this right now, so you know why. So I don't like disappear on them or anything. Has been a really good self-care tactic. So at least I'm learning that, and I want to get better too. It's like anything, practice makes perfect. Boundaries. All right, I think we're gonna leave the rest for, like, if y'all have any questions, please drop them now, or any statements, like what's coming out for you. Let's see how we do the Facebook thing. Hold on.
I'm not sure if people have been commenting on Facebook. Sorry, I
no
can't
idea.
see. So I promise we're not intentionally ignoring you. Just can't see anything.
Questions. Yeah, ask us questions. It's easier on Instagram. Like, what's coming up for y'all? How's things?
While we wait for people to send in questions, can I let them know things we're doing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So one thing that we are doing here at Building Bridges is making space for people in our community to interact with other people that they usually wouldn't. So every Friday at every Friday
4 to 5.
Thank you. From 4 to 5, we will have an informal Zoom drop-in session, whatever you want to call it, where one of our team members will be on, and you can come in and interact with anyone who also happens to be there. I'm trying to figure out how to do games online. So, like, we could play What Do You Meme? Or, like
a chill
I don't know,
time.
of course, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like, if you need to vent, then it'll be a time for you to vent. If you just want to see some people, other than your family or those who are around you, then you can come in and see who's there. You can stay for the full hour, or you can just drop in to say hi. So that's coming. Also, if you like getting snail mail or emails, reach out to someone on our team. You can DM us on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
And
Probably
we'll
Instagram.
send you a little something. If we don't already have your information in our database, then
Yeah, let's write you a card.
Yeah, we can
Things
write
are
you a
rough out
little
here.
letter.
You can, spray
I'll
it.
draw you a picture. I don't know, send you a cute email.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And it's basically going to be conversations like this, like talk about what's coming up for you. And I think, yeah, like you said, it's really important to have that emotional check-in and someone asking you, like, how are you right now? Like, how are you? Okay, we got a comment from Driven to Donate that says, test negative, stay positive, period. Yes, I will say all that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't think we have any.
All right, and no questions? Cool. So we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for staying with us. And we're gonna have more of these. We try to do one once. Oh.
Sorry, more Instagram.
Yes. We're gonna have we're just issues on Instagram today. We're gonna have more of these. We're doing once a month, and we're doing a different theme every month. So thanks for staying with us. Please stay hopeful, and if you're not right now, that's okay. Like, you're allowed to feel what you feel, because stuff is rough. My name is Hamida. This is Ray.
Yeah,
And
once
we're outta
again,
here.
if you want someone to talk to,
Yeah.
DM us. We have time.
Yeah, we got time like that now. Yep. Thank you, y'all.
Well,
Have a wonderful, what is it, Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Oh my gosh. Have a
Halfway
wonderful,
through April, just about.
yeah. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Take care of yourself and your friends at this time. Bye.
Bye.